all around the world, people are feeling this energy of change, this energy of transformation and even revolution. And it doesn't always feel so great, right? It's like when a relationship ends and it's completely heartbreaking and disillusioning, and you don't know what direction you're going next. It can feel like that. But then when we dig a little deeper, we find this part of us that knows that it is a brand new direction that's full of meaning, that's full of purpose. And this is happening right now because we have reached a tipping point on our planet. We have all the data that says if we continue living in the way that we have, if we continue allowing industrial practices and certain political paradigms to persist, we are not sustainable as a species. And the earth itself has been here for billions of years, and she will always find a way to rebalance herself. But our species is not that old. We're not that wise yet. So we're in this learning process. And so one of the most important questions we can ask ourselves right now, regardless of what radical change it is that you're going through, whether it is a career shift, relationship loss, completely rebranding your life, trying to find the purpose, your life mission, your reason for being, whatever it is, let this question guide that transition for you. And the question is my current lifestyle degenerating my health and vitality? Is my current lifestyle degenerating the health and vitality of my community or the earth? And get really honest with yourself about that. And what I mean by degenerate means that it is diminishing the wellness of. Okay? So are we living in a way that is diminishing the wellness of our own psyche and body, or the wellness of our environment, of our earth? And you may not be really clear on your answer there. So we can switch this question up and ask it in a different way. We can ask, am I living in a way that is regenerating the wellness of my psyche and body? Am I living in a way that is regenerating the wellness of my community? Am I living in a way that is regenerating the health of this planet, the health of my ecosystem? Okay, so write those questions down and allow yourself to journal on them and muse on them, because your answers to these questions are actually going to give you great guidance on where you're headed next as part of your life path. As you take these questions into your life, I want to leave you with a bit of information about the mycelium. So the mycelium is this web of fungus. Just like the plants have roots, the fungus has mycelium, and this mycelium goes into the earth and it spreads out, and plants within the eco range, their roots will hook into this mycelium web. And you can have hundreds or even thousands of plants that are hooking into this mycelium beneath the earth. And when they connect together, they form a shared neural network or a shared brain. And when one plant within that neural network begins to demonstrate signs of sickness, the other plants can sense that through neural activity, and they begin sending nutrients to the sick plant. And the reason that takes place is because nature understands that in order for me as this individual plant to thrive, I need to have an ecosystem around me that is healthy, right? And so for us as humans, we often see ourselves as disconnected from nature. But one thing we typically see ourselves part of is our culture. And so if you could think of your culture as being that web of mycelium with other plant roots connecting into it, that ecosystem, right, is your culture. And so we need to be looking around within our culture and being able to detect when there is behavior that is taking place that is causing a sickness within the system, within the culture, and how we can shift our lives to correct that behavior for the benefit of the whole. Recognizing that when we operate for this collective benefit, we're operating for our individual well-being as well. And unfortunately, that's something that we have to relearn as products of modern culture, as products of an industrialized culture, as products of a culture that believes that technology has all of the answers and that we can disrupt ecosystems all we want and technology will come to save the day. No, nature itself is the most advanced and sophisticated technology that already exists. And perhaps our technological solutions would actually be more effective and cause less harm if we allowed ourselves to awe over natural design and learn from natural design, recognizing that, again, we are a pretty young species on this planet and we've got a lot to learn. So we might want to learn from our elders, which is pretty much every other natural species on this planet. So remember that beautiful relationship with the mycelium and the plants and the ecosystem, and ask yourself, how can you be more like that? How can you demonstrate more of that regenerative behavior in your own life?